Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is Lollyman16 here for another Dragon Ball Super review, and this one is episode 50 of Dragon Ball Super, which is entitled in Japanese Goku Tai Braku Tozaretara Mirai no Michi, and in the English that is Goku versus Black, the road towards the sealed future. This one was a pretty exciting episode. I think we were all pretty excited about this one because it is the first fight of Goku versus Black. And what we got in the first portion of the episode is a lot of action sequences. First of all, Goku meets Black, and of course all these translations come from Herms. And Black is like, "One another, I wanted to fight you in this body." So. For all of you guys who thought that Black it's not Goku, it's actually not actually Goku, you are a great what Geekdom 101 Big D likes to call a prognosticator. So Black is not Goku. Okay, that's pretty much confirmed at this point. He's not really Goku. He's just in the Goku's body, I guess. I don't know. It's not explained yet. But anyway, Goku Black fires a ki blast, sends Goku flying all the way into the mountain. Goku powers up to SS2, and they start fighting. I want to mention something beforehand. Black recognizes Lord Beerus as the Hakaishin, or God of Destruction, and of course Goku and whatnot. So anyway, they keep fighting. Shots right and left. I can't really tell who's getting the other half. It's kind of even at this point. Goku Black is using his a base form, but it's like black ki. His ki actually looks like God ki because it has like the sparkling aura, the thick sparkling aura, but it's black. It's really awesome touch that they did. It's like black with a purple like aura around it, and it looks really cool. What I'm gonna say. So anyway. Trunks is wondering why Goku doesn't use as much power as earlier, which was SS3, and Vegeta says, well, it's Goku's bad habit of doing that, and of course we all know this. Okay, Goku never really goes all out from the start. He always uses a lesser form. He doesn't go out the full power from the start. I mean, I'm pretty sure if he went SS3 or beyond, he probably could have beat Black, but no, he uses Super Saiyan 2. Why I know it's Super Saiyan 2 is because number one, obviously electricity. Number two, they stated in the episode, and number three, the hairstyle. It's the 3 bangs, not instead of 5. So yeah, it's SS2 because they said it. So anyway, they they're talking, and Black's kind of teasing Goku like, "Come on, let's show me your full power," and they're kind of going on it, light and revved. So Trunks then. Or actually, I shouldn't say Trunks. Then Black proceeds to. It's kind of a weird scene here. The Ring of Time, okay, it activates again, and then it seems like Black is pulled into this void, back into the future. It's pretty weird in this scene, but he's almost like he's pulled back. But before that, he actually destroys the time machine. He fires a big ki blast at it. It is blown up. It is like destroyed. In this sequence, and that's where he flies back into the future. So after this encounter, we have Beerus and Whis talking to the Z fighters, and I'm gonna go ahead and look up what the translations are. So Herm says that Black mentions that the time distortions are acting up, which is really weird, and basically I guess it's Whis explains it, but the long story is time distortions suck up Black and return to Trunks' future, so he can't go back to the present, at least at the moment. So that will mean that he's probably going to go back into the present at some later point, probably in a couple episodes or so. And he's obviously Trunks isn't there around to bother him anymore in the future. So anyways, Black presumably goes back to destroying humanity in the future. And back in the present, we get some dialogue with Bulma and them. And actually, we had a sequence with the Pilaf gang trying to hose down the time machine because it was burned up, destroyed by Black. They try to hose it down, but it's to no avail because the time machine is absolutely destroyed. Sumitomo's score in this portion of the episode was like, dang, it was really like there's a like a sad piano score. It's really pretty good, pretty good for a dramatic effect there. I really like that Sumitomo's touch, and Trunks is like basically thinking about how he let everyone down, his mom and stuff, and Vegeta's like he comes over to comfort him and stuff, and of course they get a little more dialogue. So here's another interesting to note. Trunks says Black is actually a small bit, or a little bit stronger when he was fighting Goku than when he previously was, and that's probably because he got a Zenkai boost. Now it's not explained in the episode if he has a Zenkai boost or not, but he does say he is a little bit stronger than when he previous fought. So that's another interesting to note. As of last episode, they said that as well. Bulma thinks to rebuild the time machine because she can't do it. It may be too much. But then she remembers that she actually has a capsule with, I guess, Trunks' old time machine, because she actually ends up throwing it to the ground and it explodes into Trunks' old time machine with a broken glass and the moss around it. So yeah, it's pretty much the old time machine. So for the dialogue between Whis, Beerus, and the rest of the Z fighters, Whis explains that the ring that Black has is a time ring, and we already knew this because previews and all that stuff. Only the Kaioshin, or the Kais, are allowed to use it, which is very interesting. I'm curious to see why they have this and why they're allowed to only do this themselves. Trunks asks Beerus to lend him the time ring, but of course, Beerus is pretty arrogant. He's the Hakaishin, or the god of destruction, and so he doesn't actually have one. Okay, so it's only for the Kaioshin at the moment. Krillin's suggest that Whis can travel back into the past, or travel back enough so that they can prevent Black from destroying the time machine. But as Whis explained before in the Resurrection F saga, he can only go back for 3 minutes. So his time power, it won't allow it. That's the limit. It's 3 minutes. So that kind of gives it so that Whis is not completely overpowered. So it can, I guess, progress the plot. So it's kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. I don't know what to think about it. It's just what it is. So anyway, Trunks comes, or Vegeta comforts Trunks in this time of sorrow, and Bulma comes back from Cell's time machine, as I already explained earlier, and that's pretty much where we leave off of the episode. I will mention we do have the next ending for Dragon Ball Super. This will be ending number 5. It's a Yoko Yoko dance by, I can't remember who the band was. Yeah, let me know in the comments what the band was. But anyway, I thought it was, first impressions, I thought it wasn't as good as the others. I thought it was a pretty interesting one, though, because they keep going back from, it's like a manga drawing form, and then flips back to animated form. It kind of reminds me of Naruto Opening 7, the original one. I can't remember if it's Opening 7 or the one where the Fighting Dreamers one. That kind of reminds me of that. But anyway, a pretty good ending song. Kind of strange song with this kind of arc, but it's whatever, I guess. The Omni King is involved in the ending, as you can he's in there. Suba Shenlong, or Super Shenron, is in there, and Champa and Beerus, of course, are in there. None of the Universe 6 fighters are in there, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, that's where we leave it off from this episode. Next episode is going to be Mai's Feelings Transcend Time, or it's actually translated into Feelings That Transcend Time, Trunks and Mai. So again, interesting. At the last shot of the episode, we do see Mai. She's presumed to be dead, but actually she moves her hand, which of course that means something's going to happen, and she's going to be either revived or she wasn't actually dead in the first place. Again, interesting. Yeah, but I'm pretty interesting to see what they're going to do with the next episode. It's going to be I really have no predictions for episode 51 because I can't really tell what's going to happen. From the preview, it seems like Black is going to destroy more things, but who knows. Anyway, guys, that's my episode 50 review. I thought it was great. Good overall. The action was really good. Animation-wise, it's on point. I'll tell you, it's definitely on point. So nothing to complain about there. I felt like the second half of the episode a little bit more dialogue heavy, and of course you have a comedic scene, but that's what we get. They ended off or they didn't end off, but they had a commercial break pretty early on this episode. I was kind of surprised about that, but yeah, that's what we get from that. So, hope you guys to see you on next week for episode 51. Stay awesome, everybody, and have a good one.